Welcome to ETF Wrap, your digest of the top stories in European ETFs. This week, regulatory changes from the Treasury could bring the UK back within the fold of European ETFs. Elsewhere, Germany is not the only retail game in town, as French ETF usage hit a new milestone. And finally, consolidation continues among smaller issuers as Han ETF merges 5 ETFs. First, the UK market is on the cusp of ending its not-so-splendid isolation after the Treasury granted equivalence for UCITS ETFs. The decision means that when the overseas fund regime is implemented in April, all UCITS vehicles in the European Economic Area will be able to passport to the UK. Currently, the post-Brexit temporary permissions regime only allows platforms with a landing slot to market and distribute products to UK investors of all levels. New entrants to ETFs, meanwhile, have had to endure the high costs and delays involved in being recognised under Section 272 of the Financial Services and Markets Act. The introduction of the OFR will provide the basis for a long-term recognition of more than 600 ETFs currently listed in the UK, as well as future entrants to the market. However, questions remain surrounding the equivalence of sustainable disclosures. The UK government is now consulting the market on whether to broaden the scope of its regulation to include overseas funds. Next, French retail participation in ETFs has hit an all-time high, with retail adoption jumping 18% last year. The number of retail investors using ETFs in the country jumped from 250,000 in 2022 to 296,000 in 2023. In fact, in Q4 alone, the number was 34% higher versus the same quarter a year earlier. Testament to the opportunity posed by retail investment and digital channels, BNP Paribas Asset Management promoted Jeremy Tubiana to head of digital distribution this week. Finally, Han ETF has merged 3 thematic ETFs into 2 other products in a further sign of small issuers consolidating their best ideas. The white label issuer announced its solar energy and carbon offset clean energy ETFs would be absorbed by the iClimate decarbonisation ETF. Elsewhere, its space ETF will be merged into its Future of Defence ETF, which launched last year. The news follows reduced demand for thematics, which has prompted the issuer to close 5 ETFs. Rival issuer, Rise ETF, was also struggling to scale its products before being acquired by ARK Invest last year. And that's a wrap for this week. Thanks for joining us, and remember to subscribe to keep up to date with all the latest in ETFs. Until next Friday, take care.